had 3 other cars, but I could see people inside pointing and laughing as I ran after the dog. Then it got worse. My focus was on catching Duke, with the logic that I had no chance of catching a cat who could jump from the ground to the top of a car, which is exactly what Boots did. In a flash, he had leapt onto the roof of an SUV and stood on the roof rack, his tail twitching. The dog had stopped running and had his front legs splayed out, but his butt in the air. "This isn't playtime, Duke," I scolded him. "Get back in the car." That was a mistake. Watching the dog meant I was not watching the cat, and the cat certainly was watching the bag of food I had put on the hood of the Tahoe just before I ran after the bad doggy and bad kitty. Boots sprang through the air onto the hood, got the bag in his mouth, and zoom! He was gone. He sprinted across the parking lot and disappeared into an alley behind a red brick building. Oh, shit. Damn it! The Knights had left me alone to do one thing, and I screwed it up. Forgetting the dog for a moment, I ran after the cat, my headache pounding and my mouth dry. Running was not what I needed to be doing right then. My legs were rubbery and my feet felt like my shoes were 20 pounds each. Slogging as fast as I could, I wasn't yet at the entrance to the alley when the dog raced past me, his nails skittering on the pavement. Duke was running all out, and he is fast. He blew by me like I was standing still, which I kind of was in my miserable condition. For a split second, I wondered in horror about whether the dog and cat had planned for Duke to distract me while Boots grabbed the food, because the two of them are way smarter than any pet should be. Immediately it was clear that those two had not planned anything together when I saw Duke slam into the cat who had stopped in the middle of the alley and was tearing the bag apart. Oh no, I did not need a fight between those two, and Duke would lose big time. Boots had sharp claws and... oh, thank God. Despite the undeniable fact that he is fierce and feared throughout the land, Duke was smart enough to not get into a fight that wouldn't have a winner. Instead of squabbling over the food, he grabbed a cardboard Big Mac container and raced away, by which point food was strewn all over the alley. 2 seconds. It took no more than 2 seconds for Duke to rip open the cardboard lid, gulp down 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Not that I somehow have that old jingle I saw on YouTube stuck in my head. Part of a hamburger bun was still stuck to his nose when he dashed back to snatch a 20-piece box of McNuggets. Have you ever watched Shark Week? There is always a show about a feeding frenzy, a group of vicious predators who smell blood in the water and go insane with hunger. Those sharks have never seen a dog and a cat tear into a bag of McDonald's junk food. The cat was at a big disadvantage, because as a carnivore, Mr. Boots was only interested in the burgers, fish, chicken, and cheese, whereas Duke would eat everything, including parts of the cardboard boxes and wrappers. While the cat picked through the mess to find the items he wanted, Duke used the advanced and more efficient vacuum cleaner technique of just inhaling anything he could get into his mouth, figuring his stomach would sort it out later. By the time I reached the middle of the alley, the worst of the carnage was over. Grabbing Duke's collar, I yanked him away from a pile of fries that were in a puddle of dirty water. "Hey," he protested, somehow sticking to the ground with several tons of force. "I'm eating that." "No, you are not. Bad. You are a bad dog. You—" My phone vibrated. It was Macarius. He was frantic, speaking so fast I couldn't quite understand him, but it was something like, "Casimir!" He forgot that in public he was supposed to call me Matt or Matthew. "Where are you? We cannot find you, or the animals. If you have been taken, you—" "Macarius, I'm fine. Everyone is okay. I had a bit of a problem. Drive, where? Meet me at the other end of the red brick building that's behind the McDonald's." "Why? What is happening?" "I'm a lousy pet sitter, that's all. Do you see the building? I'm in the alley behind it." "I am coming." "No, don't. He hung up. The knight from ancient Egypt burst into the alley before I got my phone back in my pocket. He was running so fast he had to push off the wall and nearly tripped on an overturned trash can. With a hand inside his jacket, ready to draw his pistol, he looked around wild-eyed, his head on a swivel. "Casimir, what—" "Matt. Please, call me Matt." "Oh." He didn't let down his guard at all. "Yes. Why did you leave?" Giselle was right behind him, so I waved for both of them to come closer. "These two got out of the car and stole the bag of food. I pointed to the ripped bag, the smashed French fries, the packets of...
Para seguir escuchando este audiolibro gratuitamente, haz clic en el enlace de la descripción y podrás escucharlo completo sin coste gracias a la prueba de 30 días de Audible.